Most of us enjoy ghost stories, but some people take them very seriously and end up investigating the supernatural or the paranormal full time. Roisin Niara met up with some such people who had gathered for the first paranormal convention in Dublin.
Clontarf Castle was certainly a suitable setting for this rather ghostly affair.
Hello and welcome to the first Dublin Paranormal Convention. I'm Mark Earin, one of the organisers. I'm also a member of the Paranormal Investigation Guys. But there's an awful lot of groups now coming to Ireland where we'll go off to locations which are reputed to be haunted. They will have had activity going on in them. We get out to check it out using equipment, and we may bring mediums with us, but it's just to check out the reports and see if there's alternative explanations to the activity that they're experiencing.
To be honest, most times we find that there's no paranormal activity. A lot of the times it can be from things called electromagnetic frequency, which is a frequency that will affect your brain pattern and make people hear and see things that don't exist. When it comes to equipment, there is nothing that is developed specifically. The only kind of specialised bit of equipment would be this, and it's to detect electromagnetic frequency. Some people say it's a ghost hunter, but it's not. It detects high levels of electromagnetic radiation, which will affect the brain. If someone is in an area with a high level of electromagnetic radiation, they'll see and hear things, they'll imagine things, they'll get paranoid, which coincides with a lot of accounts of hauntings.
This footage was taken by the Paranormal Association during a recent investigation of King House in Boyle.
When we go to do an investigation, what we would do is we go in and do a baseline reading and take measurements of air temperature. We would set up our infrared cameras, which would see in the complete darkness. Sometimes we set up crosses and we'll draw a circle on a piece of paper and we'll draw a line with a pen around the cross or the crucifix and see if it moves throughout the night. We would do EVP sessions, electronic voice phenomena, to see if we could pick up any voices that a human ear can't hear, but our machines and our recorders could hear. We were in Carlow one time, in the old Carlow jail, and we were calling out and saying, is there anybody here? And we had an EVP of a voice calling out to Mary, which was very odd. We've heard footsteps, we've heard children singing. There's a wide variety of EVPs and sounds that you'll get. So you never know what you're going to get until you try it yourself.
Bonnie Vance has lived with ghosts for nearly 20 years in Charleville Castle. Her first encounter came when she was awoken by the sound of laughing children upstairs at 3 a.m.
I went up with a torch and there was no one there that we could see. So I thought maybe, I don't know, it was imagination or a dream, but it kept happening every couple of times a week for a few times a month until finally we found out that was the nursery upstairs.
There have been many encounters since, particularly with Harriet, whom they first met when their young son went missing in the castle.
And finally we found him at the bottom of a staircase and he said, little boy and girl held my hand. Now, we couldn't see them. We found out later that Harriet was the daughter of the 3rd Earl and Countess, and she was sent up to have her hands washed and decided to slide down and fell to her death. So she's there, and she frequently comes out when children are there. Then there's voices in the hall, talking outside your room. You can't understand clearly what they say, but they're there. And you can never quite get to the voices. They're just beyond your reach. They're fine. I mean, I'll walk around the place at night by myself, and it's not scary. I mean, they're just there.
Back inside at the convention, fortunes are being told, and some are using unusual methods indeed.
Just run your hands through the sand. I want you to think about 2 areas of your life that you want answers on. The client, if you like, projects their unconscious mind into the sand, and you're picking up the messages from the unconscious mind. When they run the hand through the sand, they leave messages. They're leaving their energy, and whatever way is left is what I read.
Am I safe in my house? Is my house going to be okay with the way the situation is with the economy?
The bank is more trouble with your house than you are. You understand what I mean? So you see the way this would be the key to your home, all right, and this would be if you like, the mortgage on it, all right.
Yeah.
But it's not really a problem for you; it's a problem for them. This represents the time of year, which is autumn. Okay, this time next year you will be in a far better financial situation.
I thought he was very good. Like, he came up, he was able to nail everything spot on. All the questions I asked, he seemed to know a bit about the stuff and nail exactly what was going on in my life, which was a bit scary.
Your answer to your question is no problem whatsoever.
I had tarot cards read before and the palm read before and I had tea leaf readings before, so it was something I'd never tried, so I thought while it was there I'll have a go and see.
I'm looking at it probably 2 to 3 years' time. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't move out before then.
Just 5 cars from anywhere.
Stefan de Gillen, medium and psychic reader, struck a chord with many on the day.
Yeah, they look good. Beautiful energy from you.
He claims to be guided by Native American Indians from the spirit world. During his reading for Orla, she believes he communicated with her father, who died 7 years ago.
Also because of what we have talked about the past. Because of what we are talking about the past.
I had a question that I wanted to ask about my dad.
He also shows, you know the old saying, is what you sow is what you reap.
He said, you know, you have a question that you want answered, what is it? When I asked him then, he said he gave me the answer I wanted. But he'd already given me that answer earlier without realising that that was my question. And it was really, you know, it was quite emotional. He said I'd been carrying it around as a cross for years, and I have. I feel now I can get on with my life, and I'm so glad I went today. I really am glad.